Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? I know Joe's been here since like 3 days ago, so hey Joe. And Black Sheep and Bobby, time to get going Grays. How you doing? I just watched like 80% of your video and I don't think I commented. I'll have to do that. Going Grays has a good YouTube channel. I like it anyway. So you guys usually like what I like. ET, thanks for stopping by. Hope you can stay for a while. Tommy J. Who am I missing? Anybody? Jake. I think I got everybody. Oh, and T&W. How you doing? Um, and I think that's it. Oh, and Mark popped in. Cool. So anyway, as you can see, the beard fairy dropped in last night and cut my beard off. I never did get my good scissors, but I just chomped at it yesterday. I couldn't take it any longer. It was just too too long. But I think it looks better like this anyway. The other way is more, jump on your motorcycle beard look. This I like better. Trimmed anyway. Thanks, Tommy. He said beard trimmed. Yes. So, let's see. Exciting day yesterday. Went and got the unbelievable, man. I'm telling you, everything. If I could have put off the shot yesterday, I would have put it off on the Moderna booster. Everything was pointing that if you get this shot, you're going to die. Because my wife was waiting for me. She took off work. She was supposed to come and get me. Then she decided not to. She said, "Can you meet me at the hospital?" So I said, "Sure, I'll get on the scooter. I'm sure I'll be fine after I get the shot." So I go outside, go to get on the Scoopy, and my mother-in-law and the daughter, they point out the tire's low. So I have an electric air pump up the tire. I can't find my helmet. The oldest daughter and my wife had driven my scooter and went to the store the other day or whatever. So my father-in-law, after 10 minutes, he finally finds it. Then I put it on. I go to get on it again. It's got zero gas in it. I have absolutely no baht. I mean, not even 10 baht on me. And I just said, forget it. I'm just not going to go. So I go over to I go to tell my wife. She says, well, we already told them, and we've already paid for the Moderna. They'll have to throw it away because they've already taken it out for you to get the shot. I'm going, all right, I'll take the Forza. I go out, I get on the Forza. Now the dogs had ripped up the cover that I had bought. It's a really good cover for the bike, chasing a snake up into the scooter, I guess. My mother-in-law had said she saw a snake. Well, I start up the scooter and the ABS is lit up and blah blah blah, and I'm going, what the hell? I go to roll back and I grab the front brake, nothing, all the way down, nothing. Thank God the other one was working, right? So I roll it back, finally go down there, get in there. They give me the shot, and this gal was phenomenal. I mean, I never even felt the needle go in. If I wasn't looking at it, I wouldn't even known that she had pierced the skin. And I told her, she was so excited when I told her she's top notch. And so we get out of there. They let you go in 15 minutes from the. I went to my regular hospital, the pay hospital or whatever you want to call it, a private hospital. So we get on it. I said, okay, she had gotten dropped off at the hospital because she was in a meeting. I said, I'll drive you back and get your scooter, and we'll drop the Forza off at the Honda dealer and have them look at whatever it is and fix it. Well, we drove it home, drove her over. Excuse me. got her scooter. Went over there. They took one look at it. I said something. I said the dogs probably, went up in there and bit one of the brake lines or something. And sure enough, they had bitten through the ABS brake line. Everything's gone. So they had to order it. 2,000 baht. It's going to be to get this thing and have it put on. And it's going to take 2 weeks to get it. So anyway, it wasn't a great day yesterday, except for the fact the only thing I woke up with was where am I? Was a sore arm, and I had them give it to me in my left arm. And I haven't been watching. If you guys have been putting anything besides saying hi to each other, hey Tom, let me know. Put it up again, or put question mark. Hey Andy, Um, so so anyway, but it's over with. So we're gonna go. If I'm still feeling good after the live stream, I think we're gonna go look at some cars again. I want to look at this Nissan e-Power. I guess it's a hybrid deal. We're just gonna go look at it and see. Supposedly they have a good deal on it and discount and stuff. And I think for her to being a government employee, she gets even more. So I'm trying to finish my coffee so I can get to my water again. So anyway, so that was a interesting day. Not much about Thailand in that, but I'm gathering. I'm kind of hearing again. They're still putting out numbers on the virus. They're supposed to stop that, so we'll see what happens in the next few days, and see if they just come up with what and they had talked about. At least I saw on the Tiger, they had talked about giving the actual the people that had passed away and the real true count. In other words, if somebody died that had the virus but died of cancer, they're going to take that they died of cancer. So it's my understanding. Again, check every other the government, whatever you want to do. But if they do that, and then I heard that within 3 or 4 months they're supposed to classify it, take the classification down, and at that point I think they'll maybe mid-year supposed to be, I would think that'd be done with it then. They should be done with it now. I don't see any reason to wait. Um, you know, like I said, I know I would almost bet big money, and I'm not a bettor anymore or a gambler anymore, but that let's say if they're saying that 50 people passed away, I'm going to guess that a good 70% of those uh, had passed away from underlying conditions. They had cancer or they had a heart attack or whatever the case may be. So I mean, yeah, it has to get no any deaths is not good. I don't want anybody to think that I'm insensitive to that. But people die of the common cold. So uh, you're going to have to expect something from this thing. It's not going to just completely go away and not take anybody with them. And I just don't think that's going to happen. Is Johnny here? I didn't see him. I miss Johnny. Hey Johnny, what's up? Hello to you, sir. Uh, but hopefully they'll get past this and let everybody get back. From what I'm seeing on YouTube, and as far as filming, I don't believe everything I see on YouTube, of course. But it as far as, and I think Chuck said it in his last video. Was it today? I don't know. I get up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and I watch videos. It might have been today. He was saying something about the fact that the tourist areas are seem to be making a lunge, but the outlying areas and stuff it's gonna take a while, which I think is pretty much a true statement. That's the way it's gonna be. And like I said, for me, you know, um, the less people that come here, the better to me. Do I try to give upbeat stuff. Do I still think it's a great place to retire? Yeah, you bet. Do I want the beaches to be like they were 3 years ago? No, I really don't. I'm selfish. I like things to be my way. But like right now is absolutely perfect. So we'll we'll see how things go. But hold on, let's see. Brock came in. Let's bring Brock in just for shits and giggles. Good morning, Brock. Uh-oh. Don't let her tell you what to do.
Good morning, all.
What's up? Tell your wife I said hello.
Dave,
Um,
Dave says hello.
I'm hoping for meatballs when she gets here. Uh,
That's possible.
Martin says, hi, Dave, everyone on the chat. Glad you could come by. Mr. Mitch is in there. But yeah, so I don't know. I think that statement that Chuck made is is absolutely true. I think that
Hello.
the touristy hello the tourist.
Hello there.
Hi, how are you? You visiting with your grandpa? Yeah, is he a good
Speak.
guy? Is he a good one?
The kid, kids YouTube on on the TV. So
I can't blame her for that. Dave, you know, yeah, I know what it's for, Joe. Thank you. You're the man. They had papaya salad too last night, just to let you know. But anyway, yeah, I think it's absolutely true. I think that the tourist areas are going to are going to be ahead of what people think as far as coming back to a semi-normal situation, and I think it's going to be longer for obviously for other areas of Thailand. And I feel bad for those people the most because you know they need the money. You know they need to make money, and the Thai people aren't afraid to work, and the other people that have businesses, and I'm talking about foreigners. But you know more to me as far as the Thai people. You know, if I'm a foreigner and I invest in a business and I lose my money, then shame on me if that was my last dollar. I shouldn't have been investing as a retired expat in Thailand. If it's somebody else that's doing it as a business, hey, I feel for you. You know, you're going to have to hang in there and do whatever you can. But my heart lies mainly with the Thai people that really have no control over anything. They're just looking to stay open for a day to get enough money to buy rice for their family and keep the lights on. So hopefully everything will get better, and I think it will. Jam is here. I miss Jam too. Hey Jam.
Chuck just went live as well.
Oh, did he? That figures. Uh, I didn't. He's pretty good about it. He doesn't have to be, but he always. Even when I went over the other day when he had Daz on, and he said, "Oh, I hope I didn't interrupt yours." I said, "No, I wasn't live or anything." But he actually honestly cares. I mean, most people don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They're just gonna say, you know, screw you. I
Hey,
don't care.
Nicky.
He's a good one. Chuck's a good one. But anyway, he must be doing. I didn't get. I gotta look. I didn't get notified. I don't. Oh no, it did. Podcast number 6, 3 minutes ago. I wonder who he's gonna have
Yeah.
on today. Well, maybe I'll. Well, we'll see how things go. If we drop down majorly in number, we'll keep it short today and pick it up again tomorrow or something. I don't wanna I don't want to piss on his parade either. But anyway, so like I was saying, Chuck was the one that said that, and I believe that to be a true statement. And I think things are getting. You look at James Chocolate Man in Thailand, his videos where he's going around Pattaya, Jantiem, Mitch even, you know his stuff. Uh, you know they're not flowing out the doors and you can't get in and belly up to the bar and get a drink, but they definitely look like there's a bunch of people having fun. And if that's what you're into, you know, I think it's all there. Like I said, you have to be responsible and know what's going to happen if you test positive. If you, you know, if you're in that 1 to 3%, you know, as long as you have everything in a row, I think you're fine. Like I said, I personally wouldn't bring my wife and my 5 kids here for a 2 week vacation. But if I'm coming here to check it out for 3 months to possibly retire, I'd be on the next plane out of town. So later, yeah, you have to leave. Yeah, that's right. It's late where Jam is, right? She's on the East Coast with Gator. Um, but all right, Jam. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it as always. And you guys check her channel out. Hey, Nikki, how are you? Um, but yeah, so we'll see what happens. But like I said, I would if I was going to check it out to retire here, I had already been here, and you know, you don't have to sell everything you own and come on a whim and say this absolutely is going to be. But I bet you, I'd guess that 90% or 95% of the people that come here to look at Thailand as a retirement are retired here. That's only my personal opinion. Um, now
Yes,
I'm
then the man,
curious.
slight name change.
His what? Zanderman? Who?
Yeah, he was
What did?
just
Oh,
commenting on
yours.
my name
Yours.
change.
He changed it because he was envious of Richard travel, so he went
That's
with.
correct. I took
I,
inspiration from Richard.
I almost sent Richard a link to to come on. I'm hoping he's doing good, man. I really hope he's. I'm sure he's fine. If he wasn't, I'm sure that we would hear. I think he's just getting his stuff together, and it's 8:40. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. Well, that's my bedtime, Gator, Jake. So normally for me, anyway. Um, be right back. Nikki, mouse. Didn't need batteries. All right, Nikki.
Yeah.
Nikki, it's late too. I don't know what is it like 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning in the UK or something. Let's see. Right now looks like July for me. I think that's gonna. I think everything's gonna be done by then, Joe. I really do. I think that that's a good safe estimate if you want to come when most everything has been lifted, and I think it's going to be pretty close to July. I'm guessing. Do it, send Richard the link. I've done it before a couple of times in the past. I've sent it to him. He came on one time. God, it's been a while now. And then like 2 or 3 weeks after that, I sent him the link. He didn't. He didn't come on. But he's got his reasons. He wants to hang low. Like I said, I did. He did come on Kevin's 30 and a Wake Up. So he's up and about. He's just taking it slow, which I respect.
Yes, Johnny,
Hey,
got permission
Dallo.
from Richard to open a travel franchise.
Uh, hey, Dallo. I'm glad you could make it. Nearly 2 a.m. there. Yeah, Nikki's. I don't see how she does it. But anyway, so let's see. I was supposed to get. I asked the builder for the Thai kitchen to come and redo the pedestal for the washing machine because my mother-in-law is doing wash by hand, and but I don't think he's going to come. Because he said he wasn't going to come till Monday, but I said because his helper is not going to be back. The grandmother had passed away, and we did send her a little bit of money in case anybody's interested because he considered that back to Thailand. So for their family, just to get some food, it wasn't much. It was 1,000 baht or something. So my wife's in charge anyway, and she said I want to send it. I said send it. And we had talked about doing that anyway. We had given them food, so that was ours. So this is everybody's. An executive decision was made. My wife made it. So uh, let's see. Yeah, I don't. So anyway, he isn't here yet, but he doesn't usually get here till 9 anyway, and it's only a few minutes before 9. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky, and I don't think he'll come on a Sunday. So I guess it'll be Monday. But I figured if he did that with his wife on today, then he could, be working on the Thai kitchen. Because like I said, man, it was a hot one yesterday for here, and it wasn't really as hot as it gets here in Surin. But it was warm enough to where my wife turned on the air conditioner in the living room for my father-in-law and my mother-in-law because they won't turn it on. It's too expensive, so my wife has to do it. Now I can start on this.
You want to drink the strawberry milk?
All right,
Okay.
thanks.
You want strawberry milk?
I heard about.
Strawberry milk? Or you want the apple?
No, I haven't actually. I've got to find. I was talking about my. We stopped by the new place, which I know where it's at now because
Strawberry
we
milk?
stopped 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I think, Joe, and bought
If you want
more
that
of the
in milk,
sweets for my father-in-law. And my mother-in-law was with me and my wife, so now I know exactly where that stand is. It's real close to the house here. but I'm still concerned about the lady. In fact, we're going to go out and about today. Like I said, we're going to look at a couple of cars. So maybe we'll swing by there and find out. I really like her. She's a good one, and I would still go by there and buy them from her, rather than buy right here just because it's her. Um,
Sunburn.
Somebody said I should drink the strawberry milk.
You can hear it.
Yeah. No, just
milk
water
sounds
for
good.
me, thanks, Darlo.
Yeah, we just got a load of milk. I mean a load of water, and I don't know what to do. I know I was watching a while back. What Warren's channel? What Warren Grady is that his name?
Yep.
Anyway, I was watching his channel, and he had
Warren Getty.
decided to get an RO machine and put it in and figured out the calculations and the math and the figures on how much he was paying for a bottle of water and how soon this thing would pay back itself and how much the filters cost to replace and how many liters it would make. And anyway, he's already done all the calculations. So I'm going to go back and watch that video again and see if it's really worth it to put an RO in. They're real easy to install. So I could put it right underneath my sink. I have a plug there and everything. So it would be easy. Hey, Misdemeanor, how are you? Good morning to you, or be actually afternoon, I think, right? In New York, on the East Coast. It's got to be about the same as Jake was saying, right? 8:45, almost 9 o'clock at night, and Nikki's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. You're amazing, um, but yeah. So I'll decide on that. The only thing that I was thinking about even putting it in, not necessarily to take away bottled water completely, but it would be nice. Like a couple of times, Did we run out of bottled water? Not no, but we came like 2 bottles from running out, and I don't want to cut it that close. So if we did have an RO, my mother-in-law saves the bottles and she could fill them back up and put them, and she does because she fills them back up with the 5-gallon ones or the Sparklets bottle uh, that we get. We get 2 of those, and then some of the big bottles, and then the liter bottles. I don't even know how much it costs. I'd have to ask my wife. But like I said, as far as it would be nice to have a backup, and an RO would be a good deal. Dave, lovely message you left me on the page. Cannot wait to meet. Yeah, I can't wait either, Nick. And the one that she's talking about, and I'm fairly open. Me and James, I've talked about with Fa and James and everybody that actually sits and talks to me. The biggest thing I think that changed in my life was changing the people around me, and when you associate yourself and the people around you with good people, nothing but good can happen, and I think that helped me. And getting out of LA was a big stepping stone. That's almost 20
Any,
years ago now. Wow.
Anybody want some pork crackle?
What is it? Pork crackle?
Yep.
Hold on. Let me see here. I can't see it, so let me. There we go. Ah, wow, that's big.
I make that.
Yeah, just fresh out of the pan.
Ah, that looks good. Yeah, I don't. I get the ones my wife gets the little ones, and sometimes they're like old and real hard. You can't even bite into them, and I don't
Mm.
like them that way. I like cracklings. I mean, but
Yeah.
the ones I'm used to getting in California are big like that and in a pack, and they're real soft, and they're cracklings, but they're not. You have to break a tooth to bite through them. But anyway, surround yourself with good people, and nothing but good things will happen. Um, yeah, I wanted to ask Mitch. Maybe Mitch will come on later, and I wanted to know how it went at that Wombat. They had a bunch of people there. James kind of went on and advertised it as a subscriber meetup the day before, and I was wondering how that turned out because I haven't really talked to Mitch since then. It was only yesterday, right? Friday. Um,
Yeah.
And I believe who went there? I know Mark went there, and I think Tom went there. I don't know who
Mitch was
else.
there.
Mitch was there. I seen a couple of pictures somebody had put up on, I think it was Facebook or something. A picture of, I think it was James that put up the deal. How come my mic's? How's this sound? Sounds good. I imagine it must be. Or somebody would have
Yeah,
said something.
yeah, you sound as usual.
Okay, cool. I had Guinness once, never again. I'm not a big Guinness fan either, Xanderman. Um, the let's see. Oh, Mitch just popped in. Let's bring him in. Morning, my brother.
My ears were ringing.
Were they?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna I'd sent Mitch a little message this morning, and he was still recovering, I think, from yesterday. But it was a good time, right? I'm imagining.
Yeah, I had a great time. I didn't sleep last night. I had a 2 a.m. planned phone call to the States to my mom, and then I, shit, I got went down a rabbit hole on YouTube, and here I am. Morning.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Somebody just made it that James did a live stream, and I haven't watched it yet. For some reason, I didn't get notified. I don't know. YouTube sometimes.
I found out when I walked by his camera.
Yeah.
Seriously, I didn't. I was like, dude, are you live? Yeah, where you been? I was like, shit.
That sounds like James. I'll have to. Let's see. Oh,
So,
going. Gray's got to go. Got to run. All right, Grays. Take it easy, man.
hope I
Thanks
didn't
for
miss
stopping
anyone when
by.
I was saying hello. Yeah. So, but what were you? You were talking about the wombat. It started
Yeah,
as a lunch date with Tom and Mark,
right.
and I bumped into not Brian, Keith Flowers, Brian's dad, on down on the beach here, and oh yeah, having lunch, blah blah blah, on at 1 o'clock, and then he told Brian, and then Brian called me and says, "Hey, you having a meetup?" I said, "Yeah, a few of us are meeting up." Yeah, sure. He said, oh, "Okay, I'll put it out," and then so he puts it out, and then and then of course Tom was always saying it on the live streams. Yeah, we're having lunch, and because I always forget. Okay,
Right.
I don't forget. I forget what day it is, not what I'm going to be doing on that day. But anyway, here nor there, as they say. But and then Titastic, of course, put it out. So because he was there when we ran into Keith Flowers, and so it turned into a big meetup. And man, what a full house! It was really nice. A lot of
'cause
people showed up.
Thank you very much, Nikki. You don't have to do that. I saw it on Facebook with James, and he had done it the day before, and he put it all over Facebook. So I was going around. He'll probably get some people, But
It was,
hey, traveler.
I think, as James would say, epic. It
Epic?
was. It had a great time. Yeah, I feel terrible because a lot of people came to say hello, and that I've been chatting with for years, and I was drinking, so it was nice to put the face and the name together. Really awesome people, but I'll have to watch and find them again because I forget who.
Hey, Carl, how you doing?
So
Yeah, I bet I would have. Yeah, I don't know.
I was
I don't
like
get
a pachinko
intoxicated,
ball.
but I do it anyway. I mean, I drank one too many, Coke Zeros, and I'll claim the same thing. But my mind just, I don't know. I forget crap all the time.
Yeah, I can't. But no, it was great. I mean, James, of course, was there, and Tom,
Right?
Titastic, Jiu-Jitsu Passport, Pearly G. Oh my
Okay.
word!
Thank you.
Just
Come
a
on,
slew of people, a bunch of people that a bunch of us run into all the time at different places,
Right.
different establishments and stuff, and just it was great. Tick Puppy was there.
Hey, Jake. Yeah, I haven't met him yet, but I saw some banter in the talk about him, and everybody seemed to think he's a good
Yeah,
guy.
Mark was there, and I forgot my Sharpie.
Yeah, and I
I
heard
wanted to
saw
get his autograph.
somebody say something about CJ. He's back in Thailand.
No,
No? Oh, okay.
no,
Mark said
he's not.
CJ. Okay.
Mark's just
I was gonna say I didn't.
yanking our chain. It's like me and Icy. I'll say Icy.
Hey, that
Icy's
one
in the
gal. What
house.
did you say the one gal's name was that was there?
Pearly
What's her?
Jean.
She's a little on the
Pearly
wild
Jean.
side. On the wild
Oh,
side.
she's
Her
just a
videos.
sweet lady. Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah. Really, really is. I mean, just
Cool.
wow. I've
Hey,
got some
Soy.
awesome studio quality portraits, picture photos of her.
Yeah.
She posed for me.
Cool.
And,
Hey, Jake.
all right, guys, stay
My
out of the
fortune
gutter.
cookie is broken, so this is not a good sign.
Soy Mafia, hello.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
shit, man.
That's a
What happened?
bad sign, Jake.
Oh,
Like I said,
well,
man.
there is the
Yesterday,
truth on here.
there couldn't have been anything. If I could have put off that shot yesterday, the way that the day went, I would almost guaranteed that I was going to die from that shot. Everything was pointing to do not go there, don't go there, don't get the shot, don't everything. And then when she told me, oh, it's going to cost you an extra $3, I went, okay, I'll be there. I could have cared less whether they threw the shot out or not. But I did get Moderna. But hey, hello. She eating cracklins too? You eating cracklins or you? Yes. So nothing
Yeah.
better than cracklins and strawberry milk. That sounds like a good combination.
It is apparently Black Shirt Night on the Got to Love Thailand Livestream.
Let's see. Powwow Joe.
Hey, Jake. Where's Jake? Where's Jake? Oh, there's right screen here. Are you still helping out on the other place over there?
Yes, I am. I'm
Might
trying
take a
to.
look at that
I'm
real quick
listening.
if you could.
Who's he having on?
Pierre.
Who?
Pierre. He's a
Who is P?
a
Who's
gentleman
Pierre?
he ran into in on Ko Chang about 3 years ago.
Ah, okay.
They became friends. This guy's got a fascinating life story. He worked for the UN. I mean, for the oh God, now I forgot it already.
State Department.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. He had an interesting career.
Yeah, I saw Chuck had put something on Facebook about a friend of his that he became an acquaintance with that I guess was a Thai actor, and he just passed away at 75 or something. So my condolences. My condolences to
Yeah,
him.
that.
I guess.
If you show that to your wife, she will know
She'll
who
know.
he is because he started this big temple. And my wife was when Chuck originally posted the video where that he met this guy and
Right.
on. She's like, you don't know, this guy's like, he's like really big in Thailand, and I guess the guy was like in his 70s when he passed. And when
Yeah,
you see him
75,
on
I think.
videos, the guy looks like he's like 50.
Yeah, I saw
I mean, he
that.
was in really good shape.
He definitely looks better
Oh
than
wow,
me.
we need to do this.
What
I
happened?
look
What'd you
green.
do?
Let me turn this on.
Oh,
my
There you
word.
go. That's better.
Holy smokes! What was
Yeah.
I
Did
thinking?
you invest in one of those big ring light type of things?
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah, same one I got. I think.
Here, I'll
Same
show you.
one, right?
Reflecting off
Show you
Mitchell's
the
forehead.
reflection. Look,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah. Okay.
that's pretty
Oh,
good,
mine's
huh?
is a little better.
It's almost like a halo, which really isn't fitting. For
It
you.
is. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Let me see. I don't
Makeup.
wanna-
Makeup.
Let me see. Can you guys see mine?
Yeah. Let me guess, you guys went on Lazada and got that for like $15 or
yeah,
something.
yeah, I think it was $15, right?
Your
With the
microphone
stand,
was
I bought the
15
I
bucks.
bought
With
the
everything.
link you sent me, Dave. I bought that one.
the
We
same
bought them at
exact
the
one
same
I
time,
got.
didn't we?
Yeah, same
We're like
exact
two,
one.
two little twins, Dave and I. Except he has a beard.
I didn't go quite as short
Thanks,
as
Nikki.
Brock did, but I didn't use the attachment. I did all this with a pair of scissors. I didn't use the.
Yeah.
The
Hey,
only thing
I gotta
did
run.
under here-
Chuck wants me on the panel real quick over there.
Okay.
I'll
I'm
hold
joking.
it down here.
I'm joking.
I'll hold it down here. Oh, I thought
I think he wants Brock on.
Dave, I've got a very, very odd question for you, totally off topic, but it came up.
Sure.
Came up today.
My favorite kind.
When you were riding Harleys
This man's in
for
Thailand.
many years,
He's in
did you
Thailand.
ever have any of those ape hanger freaking
Oh, yeah, you bet.
handlebars?
Go down all over the
My
world.
panhead that I sold to have my daughter, $6,500 is
Oh,
what I
Mitch.
sold it for, and
Oh,
it
isn't
cost me
crazy?
$65.
No, I know,
It was
I know.
It was a rigid frame. They were
American.
in the law said they weren't supposed to be over your head, so mine were about up here, and it was in a rigid frame, and it was a suicide shift. So I had to have only one
Hey, Craig.
on there to
Morning, Uncle
to
Frank.
jockey shift it. Yeah, definitely. And that's
So
when I
there
was
was a guy
young.
behind us today. We were driving into Tampa from where we live, and there was a guy behind us with some that were about like here, and he was a big
Yeah.
guy, right? He was probably
Yeah.
about 6'2" or 6'3".
And
So I mean, that
people,
gives you an idea how high those bars were. And
you know,
some kids
people in
like,
the past asked me, "Is that comfortable?" No, it's not comfortable.
okay, that was going to be my next question because she's like, that can't
No.
be comfortable.
No, it's
And-
not. But it was a sign of the times. You know, that's what. I was young. It really didn't affect me that much. But if I had to do that now, oh man, I'd
This
be.
guy was probably in his 40s.
I
Yeah,
can't.
well, that ain't too bad. I wish
You
I
know,
could be.
I
in
just
my
can't
40s.
see riding like that.
It's hard.
Dave-
Dangerous enough as it is. I mean, if you're straight lining it through Arizona and stuff,
Da-
and
Dave
heading down
had-
to Sturgis.
Hold on a second.
You know,
I'm-
when you've got a raked bike and the front end sitting out there about 8 feet in front of you, where that 21-inch wheel is actually sitting almost flat on the ground. In other words, it's not up.
Yeah.
It's because it's out there so far, and you're up like this, and at low speeds,
You can almost do that.
almost impossible to control.
I could see
And
that
with one
skidding,
hand.
that
With
wheel
one hand,
skidding
it
and
You know, motorcycle riding
ride
is like
that on
counter,
Had a lot of
Pocahontas
fun.
or
it's counter
Phuket.
steering.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. There you go. And suicide shift. Oh yeah, that'd be
Oh
real
yeah,
fun.
yeah. Down there.
I haven't ridden a jockey shift. God, it's been over 30 years, I think. Yeah, 30 years, I would think. A knucklehead, I think, was the last one that I rode.
Yeah,
wish I
Sunkit
had
and I
that.
were talking about this, and I said, you know something? I'm going to ask Dave, because he rode Harleys for so long, and back in the day
Oh,
when
yeah.
those things were
I
popular.
sold that. I had two bikes at that time. I had a full dressed, I want to say it was like a 76 full dresser with a tent trailer behind it, and I had my panhead, and then my girlfriend at the time, who I later married because I was stupid. I had to sell it for $65. It cost $6,500 to have a child back then, and that included the 2 or 3 days in the hospital and getting them back. And then, because of my brain and completely brain dead, she got pregnant as my girlfriend with my son, and she said, "I know how you can save $6,500." And I said, "Really? How?" "We'll just go down to the courthouse and get married, and your insurance will cover it." I'm going, "God, you're a freaking genius." And that cost me about $250,000 to pay her off and go down the road afterwards. That decision. Now, not quite that much, but it cost me a lot of money because I was only married for 6 months.
All right, Andy.
To her, I got married. 6 months later, I got divorced. My son was only 3 months old, I think, and yeah, so it cost me. The only thing was, when we went to court, she brought her. In California, they want you to go up in front of they want you to work it out before you get to the judge. They don't want to be bothered. The judge doesn't want to be bothered. And she had thought that the house that I bought 6 months prior to
Take
us
care, Nikki.
moving in,
Get some
was that. And so she brought it up in there. We want half of the house. And my attorney said, "What house?" And she said, "The house that we live in." So my client doesn't own that house. His mother does. So that pissed her off. Probably the worst decision I ever made. See you later, Nikki. Worst decision I ever made. I should have paid her the extra money, and she put me through 18 years of pure misery
Really?
with those kids. Dumbest decisions I ever made.
Oh, yeah,
One
yeah,
of the
that's amazing.
stupidest. So we'll get off that subject. But yeah, I sold that bike, but I really liked that bike. I wish I would have kept both my panheads that I had.
Yeah, my question was about ape hangers, not the not all the alimony you had to pay.
Yeah, I know it's not, but
For it.
the reason that it does because that bike had a high set of ape hangers on it, and I had to sell it to have my daughter, and I'd sell it 900 times over
Yeah,
Sure.
to have
the
my
nuts
kids,
are
no
roaring.
problem.
It's free here.
Okay, go get that.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah, Craig. Dave's recently come out of the closet on that on the scooter versus Harley
Yeah, I
lifestyle.
am thinking about putting a set of ape hangers on the 354s, just to get
That
back
would-
to the day. You know what, man? I always rode Harleys. I've had Hondas. I had a 750 and stuff when we first started when we were 16, 15 and a half. I had a 350 Honda. I ended up buying an Aspencade or one of them, the big Hondas just to resell. I got a good price on it. But it was always Harleys were the way. But then all of a sudden, everybody and their mother wanted to ride a Harley. And where I was buying basket cases and building panheads for 900, $1,000 a pop, it just went through the roof. And I can't blame everybody. I mean, God bless them. You want to go out and ride, go out and ride. You only ride on the weekends and that's all you do. Hey, at least you're riding. Get out and ride. But I love my scooter, man. But it wasn't an easy transition to make. But I'll tell you what, I really enjoy that 350. And Nikki, I guess, left. Don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you, Nikki. She's a good
I
one.
think we ought to ban Uncle Craig from the channel too. He cheated on his house build. He went and bought a prefab house, bolted
Did
it
he?
together.
Oh wow, I want to
That's
see
cool.
that. Put up his link. Somebody had just written. I haven't answered him yet. They asked me about my insulation in the roof, my double insulation, because his builder right now is telling him that you shouldn't put the insulation on the top of the drywall ceiling in case it rains, which I have leaks right here above me that they've already taken care of. And my response to him, which I haven't written yet, is going to be, your roof shouldn't leak. And he also said he said because the electric wires are running up there, you won't be able to see them if you put in what I'm calling bat insulation. And in case you're watching, I forget your name for some reason right now. Sorry, it's my mind. That would be my answer to you. Is first of all, you'll find the electrical wires. Second of all, it shouldn't leak. Your roof shouldn't leak. And but that's what I did. I had the PU, which is the insulation in the corrugated 1.5 inch, and then I had batting put on the top of my ceilings, and it seems to work good. But I'll write you too, in case you're watching. What did I miss? Anything? He said he liked it. He said, "Ha ha." But put up his channel. I'd like to see that.
Coming up.
Is it already up? Okay. Is Joe leaving? Oh, he's probably going over to watch Chuck. Did he leave? If you left, see you later. Hey, Randy, I didn't see you come in either. How you doing? Glad you can make it. Randy, I'm hoping, going to make it here soon too. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping. See if I'm catching up to my foundation. 7 days house build, 5 days sleeping in my own bed on. Yeah, me too. House build 1 year, sleeping on my bed, and a year later.
Damn,
It took about
look at that.
4
That
months.
is awesome.
4 months longer. I definitely want to check it out because I'm building. We have a piece of property in Ubon and a rye there her mom gave her, and we're thinking about putting in a half a rye tilapia pond, a little house just for us to go there and get away for 3 or 4 days, because it's in the middle of nowhere. So I'll definitely check out your channel. That sounds.
So we can call it the Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, definitely. I want to actually build two. One I want to build bigger than the other. The one brother that did and he's actually a cousin, that did the restoration on the Wave 100S, that my wife's first bike that I had done. He lives in his shop, no air conditioning, no nothing. So I figured if I put it there, he can kind of watch the property. Because what I'm thinking about doing is maybe making it totally green, going with solar and everything else. We'll see what
Totally
happens.
off the grid type of thing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I will
So
definitely
Dave, that,
check that out.
you know, that one rye
Hey,
is like
Fa.
point four
Morning, Fa.
acres. Is it big enough to do everything you want to do?
Yeah, yeah, because I'm just going to split it in half, take the dirt that I'm going to dig the pond, the tilapia pond out of. I'm going to raise the land on the other side. So now the raised land there,
Right.
and then all there's going to be there is just two little houses and probably a bunch of vegetables and gardening stuff that I'm sure my mother-in-law's sister lives right across the street. So this was part of their family land that they split
Sure.
up, that she got, and most of it went to her sister. My mother-in-law only kept one rye. There was a lot there. She gave it all to her sister because her sister was the one that took care of her mother before she passed. So she was entitled to it. The way things should be. You take care of the people that, the inheritance should be proportionally given, and that's what she did. Said, I only want to keep one to give to my daughter. Everything else is yours. So it would be perfect. These little houses look perfect. What did he say? Haven't made the inside house tour yet. Okay, unpacking still. But how many bedroom is it? One or two? The wood shows up great in the video. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out, Uncle Craig. And where is it at? Where are you at? Obviously here in Thailand. We're at in Thailand. And I said hi to Fa. Randy said hello. Thank you, Tommy J. What did Tommy J say? You did a great job on John's live stream. Did she take it over? I got to go watch it now because I missed it. Let's see. Good old days. When you had a handshake. Yeah, yeah. No kidding. Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, so she had it put over to her, and I figured that's just another something that I can leave my wife and my Thai family. Because contrary to other people's opinions, I feel like
Hung pet.
I
Yeah,
owe
gotta
them
check
something.
that out.
Let's see. What did I miss? Oh, take care, Tom. He goes live almost every day. I haven't watched him too much lately. That's Scott Mellon.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I'll check it out and I'll join your channel too. Just got the new address number and house papers, so it's official. Yeah, we actually got ours before we were even done. I don't know how my wife did it. But you know what? There was the expensive part, and I don't know how it was for you. Not expensive, but they charged us $10,000 to bring the power to the pole we had to put up for construction, and I think that was $15,000 for the pole. And then they charged us $20,000 to bring the water from the neighbor two houses up, which I thought was a ripoff. But that was the only thing that I really thought that would say I possibly got screwed on. But hey, Jiu-Jitsu, how you doing? Question. Gary's got a question. Question, Dave, how's the kitchen? It's like, I'm going to say it's like 75%. I'm hoping that he works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday. If he does that, it'll pretty much be done by the end of next week. I'm hoping, Gary. What is Andy saying?
That's what
I
you
think I
wanted to
chose
do?
the wrong place to have breakfast on the beach here in Rahway. More flies than people. I like it down there, but yeah, it doesn't sound like a great place. I gotta.
Flies are
I'm gonna
annoying. They
Yeah,
sure
they
are.
are. I'm gonna go on here and put up and click on that link.
Craig could use a few subscribers, people. He's only got 56 at the moment. We can do better
Well,
than that by the end of it.
he's got 59 now, and then I just subscribed, so he probably has 60.
Well, I
Now.
did too, so I'm one of those between 56 and 59. Dave and I account for two of them, apparently.
Yeah, there we go. Let's see. I'll
Anybody
go back
who's
to-
Banonk, my wife is Banonk.
Let's see. Yeah, he's at 60. You're at 60 subscribers now. Yeah, by all means, go and check him out. Let's see. Make sure I'm back on. All right, I'm back on there. I still got 23 people here. Thank you for hanging out. I know there's a lot of people going back and forth. I would be right now if I wasn't
especially
trying to remember
people
something.
who moderate both channels.
Yeah, exactly.
Just saying. I used to have to listen to 4 or 5 different comm channels on the airplane though when I flew.
Yeah.
2 intercom
That's fun.
channels and 3 or 4 freaking radio channels if we were flying over the ocean. So it used
That
to keep me
sounds
kinda
that
busy.
sounds like Mitch. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
I'm caught up.
Mitch is typing on 2 channels at once that I know of.
Is it?
But I don't know
Yeah.
how he's doing it. He's typing the same comment and posting it to both. So it's amazing, really.
He's amazing.
I can
He probably types
predict
something
what
like
people are
Chuck.
going to say.
Master moderator.
Chuck, I'm on
No.
your channel because you're the
No.
best. I wouldn't even think of
does.
going to another channel. I'm here for you, Chuck. I'm watching everything, Chuck.
I'm just
You're
saying-
the best thing that ever happened to YouTube, Chuck. And let me kiss your ass just a little
Mitch
bit.
is the one that called out 2-timers last time that bailed off your channel and went over there.
Yeah,
He is
I got thrown
like-
out of the Wombat yesterday.
Did you? I'm telling
No.
you, man. Out of everybody, like I said, everybody knows
Everybody.
100% of the people that I've met here in Thailand are good people, and Chuck and Mitch and everybody, Mark and Tom. But Chuck, I mean, like I said, he's got 67,000 subscribers, and before this one, he would call me up and go, I'm thinking about going live tomorrow. Are you going live? I mean, he's just a stand-up dude. You know, anybody else would just say, you know, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. But he's a good one. And then when I went on last time, he even saw me and he said, oh, I hope you weren't doing a live stream. He's just a good guy. If you ever get the chance to meet up with, to meet up with, meet up with Chuck, meet up with him. How are you? I like your cooking videos. She can't hear me, right? Can she hear me? Jake?
Yeah.
Jake's muted.
I can't hear you.
She can't. Hold on, let me unplug the microphone. She popped in and I didn't realize you could see her. She's like, can they hear me? And I said, because she was asking me something. I said, no.
Can she hear me
And
now?
then I didn't realize they could see you because I was showing her
on the
Uncle
green
Fred
screen.
channel
Yeah.
because she always says, oh, I'm Banat.
I like the cooking videos. Top notch. Good job. Very good job on your cooking videos. Can you hear me or no? I show you as muted. I show you as as muted. There
Sorry.
You go. There you go.
Difficult when
She-
you're juggling different channels here. So yes,
But
Dave
good
said he
job on
likes
the
your
cooking
channel, or
videos.
your cooking videos.
Good job. I'll be watching for him.
We learning, and then I appreciate it. Yes.
Yeah. You did a good job. Both of you did. Great job. A lot
Well,
better than mine. If you look back at my old cooking video, it's junk. I'm almost wanting to take it down. Go ahead.
I was working on a platform called Kapling that is generally a free platform, but now they've limited like the number of things that you can do with your own login without paying for it, and they want to put a watermark on it. So I'm trying to learn DaVinci Resolve, and James Chocolate Man sent me a link that to help learn DaVinci Resolve, and I'm about 20 minutes into it, and I think I got the basics figured out right now. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with mine only because it works. I hate to get confused.
you see
Now,
something
what did
here.
Brooke say?
No, because I have.
You
Well, you know
think that
what?
Mark
The
is?
problem is I've got Chuck's video on too. Chuck's online.
Yeah. No worries.
Sorry, I didn't know that was popping through the
At
background.
my neighbor's house.
No, Chuck
dogs
can't see you, babe. We're only on StreamYard with Dave. We're not like broadcasting around every channel right now.
with
That'd
an
be too
80-pound
funny,
pit
wouldn't it?
bull in my lap.
Well,
Well, don't let him bite you in the
I
lap.
want to tell you that say hi to your wife. You know, someday I will miss her.
Yeah, definitely. We will definitely
Oh
meet.
man,
Not a
Yeah.
doubt.
that
Not a
sounds
doubt.
nice, Randy.
Oh,
Actually,
look, there's a small child. There we go.
That's Ava.
Hello.
Oh, so cute.
That's Brock's granddaughter, Ava. Say hi to Ava.
Ava, honey.
That's,
Hello.
สวัสดีค่ะ Where he at?
Brock is in Australia right now. He's in Perth, Australia,
Honey, you should come to Thailand, okay?
with your granddaddy.
Yes, and then I'm going to teach you how to speak Thai.
Oh, wow, you got a good teacher here.
Yeah, you want to do that?
Does
Her
Grandma teach
grandmother's
you?
already teaching her.
Grandma already teaching her. Grandma's
yeah?
Thai.
Brock's wife is Thai.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Does she know any Thai? She probably knows more than me, huh, Brock?
So anyway, Miss,
she's
how
she's
you
camera
doing?
shy. It soothed my soul. I know. I think you need a dog.
Moderating two
What would you
channels.
do? You know what you need to do though. If you get
guys
a
talk, and then
Go
I
ahead,
just
I'm
want
sorry.
to say hello, and then
Okay.
have a good weekend.
Sawatika.
You too.
And
Have a
you.
great weekend.
สวัสดีค่ะ Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks, man.
No, I can't get a dog.
You need to get a house first when you figure out where you're going to go, and then you just have to have somebody that can watch them while you leave when you leave. That's all. But if you're going to travel like the way you wanted to travel, I wouldn't get
Yeah,
one. Let's see. What is Black Sheep has a question? How's the Thai lessons? Well, if you couldn't see just then, they're not going good. I haven't got them yet. Although I think that we're going today. I have to send to my last retirement from the Operating Engineers Union. That started on January 1st. I have to have translated my wife's birth certificate, our marriage license, and I think that's it. So we're going to go to her teacher, and that was where I was going to take the lesson. So I will hit her up and find out about it, and then just to keep everybody on the up and up. I am going to go to an orthopedic when I get back from Koh Chang, and then hopefully set up to have one of the knees done. What did Traveler say? I have 4 of my grandkids running around right now. Can't get enough of them. I know, man. That's one thing I miss. I never did spend a bunch of time with my grandkids, and but I'm jonesing to get back there and go and at least spend 3 or 4 days with my son. Let's see, Mr. Mitch, what did I miss here? Uncle says, I'm sure you can find something to put on your lap. Yeah, he might find something. And I saw, Jiu-Jitsu's here, right? At least 3. I'm behind. What else is new, right? Andy left. All right, Andy, take it easy. What did the flies drive you out, Andy? I swear to God, Andy has seen more. I've been here 3.5 years, and Andy has seen more in a month than I've seen in 3.5 years. The guy's amazing. I don't know if you guys follow him on Facebook or what's the other one, Instagram or whatever. Anyway, he's all over the flipping place, and he's went out other places too. Because I know before he came here, well, he's been here many times. He was putting up stuff on Facebook from Japan. He's been all over. He's a world traveler. But he gets more than me. So the tally, let's see, knee, passport, and Thai lessons. Trip back home, plunge pool, and koi pond. Yeah, exactly. You got it. Probably, I'm hoping to get the plunge pool done. I'm really happy with the filtration and everything on the temporary koi pond. So if I have to put that off for a little while, that's not a problem. But I would like to get at least the slab and the bottom of the koi pond to the drains, the bottom drains, done. The filtration at 1 meter, because it's going to be a meter below and a meter above, pretty much the ground. So the filtration won't actually start till a meter above. So they'll actually flow up in there, and then they'll flow up to the water level. So
There's a screen for you to share, Jave, if you want.
okay. So I'm not going to worry about that. Let's see. I can't see what it is, but I don't think
That's,
Mitch would send me astray.
Randy, 80-pound pit bull. He's dog sitting.
There you go. Hey, Randy.
I guess I should
Cool.
have asked to share that, but look at that.
Yeah,
Man.
I don't know, man. I'm lucky here. We had one of the one of the little dogs, the actual mother of our Toby, pass away about a month ago, I guess 3 weeks ago. And it's it's just it's tough, man. Even I mean, I only known that dog for 2 years, and she didn't really particularly like me. I mean, she did. She put up with me, but I still I felt bad, man. It's hard. I think I'll build the plunge. How much land do you have, too? I didn't know. I have to look. Plunge full of sorts, 55-gallon drum. Yeah, if you saw my property here, I would be better off putting in a 55-gallon drum than the 3 by 3.5 meter plunge pool I'm trying to put in and fit in. The backyard's small, front yard's even smaller. But, I don't know. It'll all work out. I'm hoping that maybe I can get one side or the other, maybe make a deal on before land prices going up. Although my wife told me that gas has doubled. It's now almost, in our sense, $4.50 to $5 a gallon. It went from 30 to 60, and she says it's going to go up to 150. I don't think it will, but she thinks it's going to go even higher. But I guess diesel's not, as it should be, diesel's not getting affected as bad, because I never understood that. I mean, my whole life I have tried not to be political and and stuff, but diesel is the crudest thing in the world. It takes almost nothing to refine it, but yet they charge above the cost of premium gasoline, and they blame it on we don't have to make as much of it. Bullshit, and even more bullshit. So anyway, I hate paying for gasoline, but yeah, it is what it is.
I hate paying for anything.
Yeah, so it's going to be, so instead of
Everything
costing
should
me
be
100 baht to fill up my Scoopy, it's going to cost me 200 baht. So it's going to cost me $6. So for the foreigners, I don't think it's going to be that gigantic of a deal, especially if they're just traveling on their scooter around town. But if the Thai people, that's doubling their. I can't see what
Coffee
it
on
is.
my brain.
It's going right through your cup. Can't see it.
Yeah.
Your cup's picking up
So,
the green
Dave,
screen.
to your point, diesel is a byproduct of the production of gasoline. It doesn't cost them
Cost anything,
costs
right? Or
very
something?
little
Yeah, to do. Right.
like you say, to refine diesel.
They blamed it
to
years
its
ago. They
usual-
said that because a lot of people in Southern California used to, especially out of San Diego, but even out of Los Angeles, but more out of San Diego, would drive over into Tijuana and fill up their Mercedes diesels in Tijuana and drive back and drive around in San Diego, because it was it was dirt cheap, nothing back then. But then I had because I had a couple of diesel vehicles, and it was like, why am I getting screwed for no reason? I don't mind. That's why I'm not a big fan of big government crap. I guess I don't want to get into that too much. But anyway,
In Western Australia, we have an oil field up the north, just off the coast, called Barrow Island. The crude that comes out is light and clear. All they need to do is filter the dirt out of it, and they run all their diesel generation plants straight off.
yeah,
Either
that's
that or
amazing.
natural gas.
It is. It's crazy, and the people that really suffer. Everybody suffers because what is it? I know, and I'm guessing in the United States, if it's being dragged around the United States by truck, it's being dragged around by a diesel big rig, and so everybody's paying. You're paying more for your eggs, for your lettuce, for everything that's being transported. So, I'm glad I don't. I tell you what, man, I'm glad I live in Thailand. Like I said, I still bleed red, white, and blue, but as far as the way things have been going lately, I'm glad I'm in Thailand. I'm glad this
on
is
the
where
East
I'm
Coast. On the East Coast, much of the fuel is through our gas is through pipelines to the East Coast. Florida is one of the exceptions, and it actually worked out well for us when that pipeline got shut down by hackers. I forget, it was Columbia Pipeline or something like that. We get ours by trucks and by rail here in Florida. primarily, because a lot of it comes from Houston, or
All right.
Galveston, Houston area, and that's where a lot of the pipelines originate, at least in the southeastern United States. But we
Yeah,
get our
I could
pipeline.
never understand. I know way back in the day, I lived right next to Long Beach Harbor, all these harbors, right? And I'm going, look, I'm looking on the news and these tankers are coming in every 5 seconds, just loaded full of oil and everything. How come me in California, how come I'm paying more here than somebody that has to have a truck to the Midwest, and I'm paying more, and I could throw a stone and hit where they're bringing this in.
Well, because if they're
I never
shipping
could
it to you,
understand.
where were they pumping it from, though? I mean, were they
Well,
refining it in
I
Galveston and
get,
had to
I
go through the
guess, I
Panama
guess
Canal
so
and around?
because we were one of the California, even right now, are one of the highest priced gasoline in the United States.
Oh, other than Hawaii, I think it is.
Yeah,
It's there.
always
It's
like
like
well,
$7 a gallon in
yeah,
California
yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah. It's insane. But like I said, thank God I live in Thailand. Let's see.
Dave, is
Oh,
your Forza
here's Traveler.
a two-stroke or a four-stroke?
Is what?
Is your Forza a two-stroke or a four-stroke?
4-stroke regular gas.
They did away with two-stroke, didn't they, in manufacturing?
Right.
Yeah,
Two
pretty
strokes are
much
no longer
around. Yeah,
manufactured here.
yeah. They don't.
They're
They
still
tried to do
around.
that. They tried to do it in the United States, and I don't know what they're doing as far as the jet skis, everything that's two-stroke. Even the two-stroke motors that you run on aluminum boats, they were threatening to get rid of.
Tom Kit
a lot
and I
of
will
taxes
be
and-
married 25 years this year, and her Honda Dream scooter two-stroke that she bought, I don't know, maybe a year before we got married, is still in service over there.
There's
They're
probably about
indestructible.
15 or 20 of them that I recognize all the time riding around in Surin, two strokes. So it's not something you can have. Traveler was saying, how much did he pay? $6. Did I miss it? I had it, and then I blew it. What did I do? Let's see if I can find it again. I think it was
He said he paid
$6.03,
$6.03.
and I think he's in Southern California, right? I'm almost positive. Sorry, I can't find it now.
Yeah, it's Southern
We did
California.
$2 a litre.
I looked at it.
$2 a liter in Australia.
Yep. So that makes it about $8 a gallon, roughly $8 a gallon.
See, mostly due to local and California's got, I think, the highest taxes on gasoline too, as far as for smoking. They said it was supposed to go smoking and what is it? Klondike bar. I haven't seen that in a while.
My
Do
wife,
they have them here?
my wife loves. No,
That's good.
She loves
I
ice
like
cream
them.
bars.
I like those Klondikes. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what they're. I haven't seen yet Antelope Valley. Oh, okay, you're pretty close to. I was in Agua Dulce for 8 years, 9 years, something like that. We were there almost before we left, about 18, 20 years ago to go up by Bass Lake in North Fork. But we had a place in Agua Dulce. We actually had 2 or 3 of them. What did I have? 1, 3 of them, and sold them. Let's see. Antelope Valley, in case anybody knows, that's where everybody kind of moved to get reasonable housing and still be able to a long trek back and forth to LA to work. And excuse me. And I mean 2-3 hours,
Oh,
2.5
Gary
hours
fills his
each way.
car with coal. Very good.
Who does?
Gary. He fills it with kilowatts, but where do those kilowatts come from?
Well, I'll tell you what, the one that we're going to go look at today is the E-powered Nissan. What's the name of it? Kicks? No,
I'm not sure,
what's the
but there's
name of the
some
one
pretty
we're going to go
cool
look at? The
electric
E-powered?
cars over here.
Kicks? It's a Kicks. And I guess it's a little bit bigger, and it's a little bit, the one that she wanted was the Mitsubishi, was almost $700, $699. and the lower end of that E, I guess they got 4 models, is 899 up to a million and 20. So we're gonna go look
That's
today
a
because I
nice
want to go
looking
back.
car. That looks
Yeah,
kind of
it's
like the
really
Road
nice.
in the States, or the I forget what they call it here,
What's it
Xterra or
called again,
something.
Dave?
It's the
Nissan
Kicks,
Kick.
right, baby?
Yeah,
Kicks.
Kick.
Nissan
Nissan Kick.
Kicks.
Kicks.
E-Power. E-Power? E-Power. And it's a dual deal because I just told her what
Boy, a
I'm
lot
going to
of
ask them.
torque.
The first question that I'm going to ask them, how long do the batteries last and how much do they cost to replace? She said there's a 5-year warranty on the batteries. So I guess you
Yeah.
got 5 years to figure it out. But, the total electric car, I'm not against or anything. I mean, Chuck was saying before that there's close to getting a 30-minute charge or something, or a 5-minute
Yeah, really a fast
complete
charge.
charge or something. Yeah. That would be great. But, man, I don't know. Driving something around, especially here in the Thailand, in the middle of nowhere, and not having any kind of backup if the electrics go down in it, to be able to start a motor and at least get somewhere, you know. So I don't know. We're gonna go look. So I'll
Everything
let
has
you
a
know.
carbon footprint.
Yeah.
So we just have to justify what we want and stuff. I mean,
It looked like a really
there's some
nice
nice
car, but it
electric
just
cars. I
depends.
tell you what.
I just don't know how much money I want to. I'm a cheap bastard. I don't want to spend money if I don't have
Yeah,
to.
yesterday I was buying a Forza, and today I'm not. You know what I mean? That's how quick I changed my mind.
Hey, there's Journey. This is Mike, I think, right? This is who you went with on the trip.
Yeah. Oh,
I
hey, Mike.
had.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mike
right.
and
How you
Nicole.
doing? E-bike is much cheaper. Yeah, some of those e-bikes now are getting quite sporty, fast, long battery lives, center monoshock, more like a trials. They look to me like a trials bike, but they're doing a bunch of things with that. But he was saying he's got a 155 like you, and he was thinking about going with the Forza, and like I said, I'm the biggest fan of Forza right here. So don't take me. Go look at other people's stuff too. I really
Oh, I
think
was sitting
for
on yesterday.
what's that?
I was sitting on a brand new Forza yesterday at
Were you?
Wombat. Yeah,
Ah, I love
slobbered
mine.
all
Except
over the freaking handlebars and everything.
I'm telling you, man. As far as I don't know, all around and dollar cost, like I told Mitch, I would probably see. I would like to jump on a 300 instead of the 350 and see what the difference is on the new body style. Mitch drove a 300cc for 8, 9, 10 days, and he's not a small guy. He's he's my
Yeah,
size.
I didn't hear
And
it
yeah,
whine too much.
and you can buy those 2020s, for just a little bit, 115, 100, yeah, right in that area. So it's 60,000 off.
Dave. I'm telling you what.
What's that?
That
2016?
extra 49 cc's, 50, but actually
You know,
49.
if now Mike's, it looks like it all depends on if he's planning on. My wife won't. I mean, she'll go short places. We go around. We just jumped on it yesterday to find out that the dog had thought that my front brake line was a snake and bit through it. That's costing me 2,000 baht to get it ordered and installed, the ABS. But she's not going to ride on it all the time. Mike, your wife might be going with you all the time. And the sad fact is, I don't know where you're at, but if you're around me, you're more than welcome to jump on mine. They won't let you test drive them. In other words, you can't go up to Honda and say, "Okay, I want to take this around the block." No, you either buy it or you don't buy it. So, like I said, I don't know where you're at, or if you ever meet up with somebody that is trusting enough to let you jump on it. By all means, take them up on it, and with two up, see what it does. I think it would be fine, but I would definitely get it in your mind. Either that or go up to a 500cc bike of some sort. I know Tony's got the CB 550, but I'd like the twist and goes. I'm a lazy old bastard, so I don't want to shift. I don't want to clutch. I don't want nothing. I want to twist, just like it
You're
says.
not an
I
old
want to
bastard,
twist,
Dave.
twist and go. Yeah, I'm 65 years old now. Never thought that I'd live that long.
Yeah, I'm the old
Cinderella
bastard.
bike. Oh, that's what Mike said. That's what Mitch says. Do they have electric cars for sale? Oh yeah, I think so. My wife said this year, the government's bringing in the all
Sounds
electric.
like you need to rename your
car.
channel.
With the car channel or the bike information channel? I don't know. The most viewed video that I have is 14,000 views on the Forza, putting the extras on the Forza. That's my highest video. So you'd think, and people still watch it. I mean, I get
No,
100,
the
200,
lazy
300
old man
views.
channel.
EV charging stations be installed over time and over the last 2 years. Gary, I'd have to ask my wife, but I'm almost sure that, in fact, I'll ask her. Hey, Noi, Thailand going to bring all electric cars this year? No motor, all electric? They just start to come to Thailand now. Okay. Say they're just starting to come in right now. Hey, Robert Mack. I didn't see Tom. Did Tom come in? I see Robert. Who else did I miss? Did I miss somebody? No. I don't think. Grinch, of course I did see you. But yeah, that's what she said. They're coming in now. But like I said, I don't know. I mean, if it's just me and I'm driving around, I can pretty much handle any situation. But if I've got my family with me and the kids with me and I'm in the middle of nowhere, I think I'd rather have the hybrid for right now. If we end up going down that road, I'm going to also look at the lower end is the small Suzuki. They're supposed to have a Swift or something. They're little to see if they have they're supposed to have some kind of a special going on now. Let's see. What does Zanderman say? The biggest impediment of electric cars are charging stations. Yeah, and the Fred Flintstones of the world. Yeah, you know what? The thing that and I never checked into it, but Chuck had mentioned it in one of his videos, and he also mentioned it to me straight out, that they're supposed to have, that China has come up with this charging system that'll charge your car battery like that, or whatever, the batteries in 5 minutes. If that's the case, hell, you stop for longer than that for lunch. So wherever you're going to go, if you stop it costs you longer than 5 minutes to fill your tank up. By the time you get there and get in line, or have them fill up your tank. So if that's the case, even if it was in the 30-minute range, I would think that would be phenomenal. But yeah, you're right. Until they get the stations all over Thailand, it's not going to be much of a big seller, I wouldn't think. Somebody that's just in Bangkok, only plans on commuting in Bangkok, that's probably, or Pattaya and Jantiem or whatever in the bigger cities, and that's where they're going to stay and that's where they're going to do. Then I could see them getting all electric. How long has it been? It's been an hour and 20 minutes. Holy crap!
Holy smokes!
I know. Is Chuck still on? I think I might end it.
It was fun.
Is he still on?
It was fun. Banter back and forth with everyone, having a great time.
We're at the Wombat?
Yeah, and on
Hey,
the
Ron
chat
John, how
too,
you
you know.
doing? What's that?
And on the chat,
On the chat.
on James's chat, where people are hacking on people, and
I'm gonna have
I
to
need
go
a
back
bra
and
and stuff like that. And
I'm gonna have to go.
has a
Oh, he
beamer
said
that
Ron
plugs
says
in. Wow.
his neighbor has an BMW that plugs in. Wow, that was probably expensive. It was a Grinch. What's Robert saying? Are the batteries going to take 5-minute charge without issues? I don't know. That was what Chuck said. Like I said,
wow.
if you take that with a semi-grain of salt, if they could do it in 15 or 30 minutes, you just charge it up when you go to stop for
Yeah,
lunch.
that's cool.
What's
I just
that?
got a picture. I'll show it to you. in a minute.
Tesla Model 3 charges from 0 to 8. Oh, really? Okay. So maybe they have made a step even down to 5 minutes. And I wouldn't put it past China or or Japan to come up with something like that. But in that case, and if they do get them here in Thailand and they're I don't know. The infrastructure here in Thailand seems to be moving in the right direction, even in the middle of all this crap. They're still building stuff, roadways, improving everything. I'm total amazed. No, Chuck is done. Oh, okay.
Hey, Ron
Thanks,
John.
Ron. But I'll watch it on the replay. Let's see.
The only thing wrong with electric cars is you need in Australia a 60 kVA diesel generator towed behind your car to charge it.
There's an e-bike. Now that's a bicycle. Now they make e-bike, motorbike deals that are freaking unbelievable. But Chuck says he runs 2 batteries on his, and he can get up. What I think, I don't want to misquote, but I think he said 35 kilometers an hour. Assisted. But he says he's just barely, just pedaling. It's mostly the battery, and it'll take him to his destination. He charges it up and drives it back the next day when he goes to, I don't know how to say it, Nakhon Phanom from Tat
30
Phanom.
miles an hour on this thing and 70-mile range.
Yeah, that's like what Chuck says.
Holy smokes.
And Chuck likes his. I like this one because I like the big wheels.
Dude,
Chuck's, I think, are
that
smaller.
would cover nearly 90%. Shit, 95% or more of what I do.
Do. How much are they?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
How much are they?
Chuck made his. He bought the bicycle. He bought the kit, which came with the back wheel, the hub, the battery, the whole deal, and he put it together. So
I'm just looking at that picture though, Mitch, and you're riding solo if that's the case, man.
Yeah, that's true. I can't.
Well,
That
I mean,
rack
there
on the
is
back's going to be a little uncomfortable for.
and I did that on purpose with my
Cushion
with my 2008. It came with a solo seat stock, the lowest big board Harley in 2008, the Super Glide.
Randy sent me
whatever.
that picture, by the way, that photo.
Randy did. Yeah, I was seeing there was some guy on YouTube, and he had bought the top of the line motorbike that Amazon sold or something like that. And some of the stuff that I've seen on them, they're pretty impressive. And they do a lot more than 35 miles an hour. It's actually considered a motorcycle. They're saying it's a motorcycle.
Really?
Hey, Dave, you said your wife was considering this Nissan Kicks e-Power.
Yeah.
What was the other thing that you mentioned the other day? What other car was it? There was something.
It's the what is it? The
28,000.
Mazda, baby, or the other one we were looking at? The car, the one that was $699. Mitsubishi. Mazda
$699.
3, right?
Now you really got my attention.
Mazda 2. Mazda 2
Okay.
is the one that
Let me
we.
look that up. Mazda 2.
She liked the hatchback. They make a hatchback and I think the actual 4-door looks better than the hatchback, but and I think the Suzuki looks better than them all, but the Suzuki's way on the lower end, I think, and it doesn't have all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, the other thing you got to look for too is I remember Chuck saying this on one of his videos. Where, not just in your hometown, but elsewhere, if you're out and about on the road, are there places that you can get parts in other cities? That's why Toyotas are very popular, and
Right, and that's the reason I've got a Forza.
Isuzus, right?
There's 20 Honda dealers here in Surin.
Just
That's the
in
reason
Surin
I have the
alone.
Forza. That's
Right.
why I have it. That's why I have the Forza.
That's
And
awesome.
Mike's saying 28,000 he paid for his e-bike. So what is that? $900, $1,000,
Yeah,
something like
just
that.
figure grand, easy math.
Yeah, right around $1,000, I think. I don't know. What did you pay for your 155?
50,000, 53,000. I
53.
think I overpaid.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Mike, Mitch, did you buy a scooter? Did you buy a bike?
Yeah, a little 155 Aerox Yamaha,
Okay.
2021
used, had 7,000 kilometers on it.
Does anybody have Mike's channel?
Yeah,
I told him to come over and come on. Maybe I should post the link. You want to come on for a minute? I'm probably not going to be on that long. I'll put it up, Mike, if you.
You know, I'm surprised didn't come on tonight is Chris, BNP Chris.
He's probably resting.
Did he have the surgery?
No, he's going to wait till he comes
That's what I
to
thought.
Thailand. There you go.
I
All right, I posted
just
it.
posted a link to an interesting guy in the States. He built his own aeroplane. He's got solar panels on the wings. He's got lithium batteries in the aircraft, and he's slung two motocross bikes from underneath the wings, so he can fly, land in a mountain ridge, and ride around. He's got
Wow.
enough power to rehang the bikes, recharge them in an hour, and he can go riding again.
I'm sorry, as an aviator, if you're flying on solar power in the year 2022.
No, he's not flying on solar power. He's got a
Jason.
500 horsepower Lycoming engine in the front.
There's,
Okay. So what's the solar for? To charge the bikes on the
So
bottom?
he leaves his aeroplane parked, and it recharges the batteries. You can recharge things in flight. If his generator fails, he can run off the solar panels.
Good luck with that, bro.
It's an interesting plane. It's a really
Hey, if you guys can join or subscribe to Mike's channel, Journeys with M and N.
yeah. I've done that.
And he needs some subscribers. And he was with Mitch and Chuck and all them and James on their deal. And he just put out a series of about maybe 5, 6, 7 videos. I think that you'll. I think you'll like the
There's
channel.
another
It's
one.
new.
I know
David,
some. I know
Tommy
some
J
other
just sent
guy.
me.
Oh Jesus! Look at that.
That
Nice
God, that's
knobbies.
freaking cool, man.
Hey, I know some other guy that could use some subscribers. I'm just saying.
Who's that?
Hey,
Jake?
Yeah.
Put up Jake's.
Who would that be? Who might that be?
I don't know. It's mostly the star of the show is the lady that cooks. You know. So.
Yeah, I put. Did you
although,
see? I put it on Chuck's channel.
I did not see that because Mitch, I'm not as good as you at bouncing.
I
back
highlighted
and
and everything. Tommy J reminded me. He's always
forth.
Tommy
He's so
J is
nice.
my good friend and
Tommy J
reminder
is
of
a
things
wonderful
like
guy.
YouTube and
Didn't know
And-
I built
and I will say this,
I
Chuck
don't
was
know.
very
Tell you
gracious to
TNW.
comment on one of the videos, and I think how many messages does this guy get a day?
Here
You know,
go.
with 65,000 subscribers, so that was very nice of him to comment on the channel. I think.
Ron
Thanks,
says he
Ron
subbed
John.
to Mitch 20 times.
so have I. No, I'm just kidding.
Traveling with Mitch helped us out a lot. Cool. Good for you.
Oh, that's
And,
great.
and the videos are good, man. I enjoyed haven't watched them all yet, but they're
you,
on the
Mike.
right track. They're trying to do something. Why not help them out if you can? Subscribe. TNW.
Oz 2.
Mitch is
Yeah.
putting links. Mine was 3,000 USD. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. You know, well, if I have to pedal at all, it's not something I want. But but it does look kind of cool, and I did get to see Chuck's firsthand, straight up and looking at it. It is kind of cool, and it does it hauls ass. I was surprised. I was really surprised. All right, let's see. I guess Mike's not going to come on. Maybe he'll come on another one. It has been an hour and 30 minutes, so I think I'm going to end the stream. Mike, if you want to come on again, I'll be on. What's today? Saturday, Thailand. Saturday, Sunday, Monday at 8:30 a.m. Thailand time. I will be back, and anybody on the panel that wants to say goodbye, by all means. Goodbye, Ron. Goodbye, Xanderman. Goodbye, Carl. Thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it. You have a good week also. Everybody else that's in there, TNW, I say Xanderman, Gary. I'm trying to catch everybody, but I'm not going to. And Mike,
E.T.
of course,
was here.
if you want
Nikki
to.
was here.
Yeah,
Tommy
everybody was
J.
So if you want to catch it, it'll be Monday at at 8:30. I'll probably put it up tomorrow, so you should get notified if you're subscribed.
Hey, Dave,
So
just
everybody, ET, thanks for hanging, man. I appreciate it as always. But let's see. Let's see if I can get the outro right last time. Last time I
go.
put up a different one. All right, everybody.
See you all.
I will
Great
catch
night.
you on the
Thanks,
next
Dave.
one.
See you,
See you later,
everyone.
Brock. See you later,
Conversation,
Mitch.
guys.
See you
Thank you
later,
very much.
Jake. Take it easy, everybody. Catch you on the next one.